Hello everyone, today I'll be installing a brand new BIOS to my Atomic Pi. So to get started, press F7 and select your boot device with the BIOS tools. I'll link them in the description. Thanks ElectroHacks. And click the boot device. You should be logged into Shell. In Shell, it'll show the version. It's quite simple to use, just like a command line interface. But pretty much you should see Shell here, and it will list a bunch of information which is not necessary to follow it. It should also have the alias names for a lot of data locations. I would take note of those alias names. Now clear the table. You should have a more organized interface. And through this interface, try some of the aliases to see which ones have your data on them. I'm trying FS0 right now. Just gotta confirm it in. Seems to not be FS0, so I'm gonna try FS1. FS1 is another alias name directory. I am entering it, and I should have my BIOS tools in here. In here you should see the Atomic Pi 1.2 BIOS, which is the latest one and the one I recommend if you have an older Atomic Pi. For some reason, my first Atomic Pi shipped with the 1.2 BIOS, but my second one I got as a replacement because my first one failed for some reason, is still using the original Atomic Pi 1.1 BIOS. So pretty much I'd suggest upgrading to 1.2, but I wanted to try the modded Atomic Pi BIOS since I have two of these, one which I tinker around with and another one which I leave stock in a stock configuration. Right now I'm working on adding a USB port to my other one, and I've been working with those power headers, but have not been having much luck trying to solder anything onto them since it's quite a fine point and all my solder joints have been falling off. But I've found that adding a USB fan is quite simple to do. It is the solution I would recommend right now. Adding it to the webcam port, unless you got a webcam. But I kind of found out about the Atomic Pi after they were doing the Kickstarter, so I wasn't able to get a hold of a webcam, so I don't really have a need for that port. I just use the USB 3 port, breaking out to a board. So right now I've just done FPT64 on my modded BIOS. Just copy that command, I'll have it in the description. It should start copying and flashing the programming tool for programming your BIOS. Don't worry about any type of error messages. It should all work normally. Now just wait for the progress to completely finish. Do not turn off your Atomic Pi. Now it should be done. It took me around 10 minutes. It was quite quick, but for others it might take a lot longer. Now all you have to do is type in reset. It should reset your Atomic Pi. Don't worry, but it will fail to post, but that's normal. You should probably just wait for it, give it a couple minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and click the RTC reset button while it is on. It will boot now into the new BIOS. You can check. This is the 1.2 BIOS, but I'm using the modded BIOS, which adds features like Turbo Boost, and I have to explore other ones. I will post to my website, which I'll also link below, to a blog I have, which I will update an hour after this video airs, which has all I found out about the modded BIOS.